Hello Virgo, Sun and Rising, and Venus, and welcome to another reading. Let's see the overall energy for your reading for today. So we do have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and then we also have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I mean, so far so good, Virgo. With engagement coming out, it just could definitely represent that there's a leveling up happening within a relationship between two people. So you guys could go from just simply dating one another to being in like a full-blown commit relationship with one another. But I mean, it looks good, you guys. We're going to focus on you first, and then we'll jump over to your person. Just keep in mind the roles can be reversed. Also keep in mind time is fluid. So this could either currently be happening or maybe happening at a later date. How does Virgo currently view this relationship? So we do have the, we have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords out here twice for you. Oh, Virgo, Jesus. Okay. In regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, this is kind of like an overall energy of you essentially forcing yourself to walk away from something. But whatever this thing is that you're forcing yourself to walk away from, it's not something that's easy for you to do, is like the best way that I can describe it as I'm seeing here. So for some of you, you could very well be forcing yourself to walk away from a marriage or a relationship, right? But you're forcing yourself to walk away from something. And it is coming from a place of you essentially knowing like, okay, this marriage is just not, it's just not serving me anymore. It's just not good for me anymore. As I say that, I'm going to have to pause the video because my candle just went out and I can't work without it. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's look at the, I want to see what you're walking away from. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. Just trust, Virgo, that you're making the right call here by walking away from whatever this thing is, whether it be a marriage or a relationship. You know, you're being advised to trust the process here and trust what you're doing here. As far as walking away from this entire situation is concerned, it's not going to be an easy thing for you to do. It's not going to be an easy thing for you to do, but you're being advised to do so. You're definitely being advised to do so, especially with Temperance coming out here. Yeah, you're being advised to let this go. But with the Four of Pentacles coming out here for you, how do I say what you're going through? It's like deep down inside, you don't really want to let this marriage go. You don't really want to let this relationship go. You don't really want to let this person go, but you kind of know you got to. You know what I mean? Like it has that type of feel to it. And that's why it's so hard, you know, because deep down inside, you don't want to really let this person go. You don't really want to let this marriage go. You don't really want to let this relationship go, but you know you got to, you know. How does this person currently view, okay. How does this person currently view this relationship? We have the Hermit for them. You could be dealing with another Virgo, possibly a Cancer with the Chariot out here. And then we got the Ten of Swords, Gemini energy. Okay. So, in regards to how this person's currently viewing this relationship, the fact that this person has a Chariot to the Ten of Swords out here, that's just like an overall energy of somebody who's very determined to move forward and move on with their life and never look back. You know, that's just the energy that they're currently sitting in. Currently at the moment with the Hermit being out here, this is them also kind of keeping to themselves. So more than likely there's definitely a lack of communication here between you and this person. I don't feel like you're talking to them and I don't feel like they're talking to you. You know, it just kind of looks like they're very determined to move forward and move on with their life and never look back. How does Virgo currently feel? You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. You really don't want to do this. Remember, you had the Four of Pentacles come out here for you, and now you're getting the Four of Cups. It's like you know you need to walk away from this, Virgo. You know you need to walk away from this. And I feel like your guides are telling you, you need to walk away from this. And you're just like, yeah, I know. I get it, you know, but I don't want to. You know, like that's just kind of the energy that you're currently in, Virgo. Your relationship wasn't always, you know, that bad, you know, right? You know what I mean? With this person, like, I feel like you guys had your really good, moments here with one another, but I also feel like you guys had your god awful moments with one another on top of that, I feel like that's what it is. That I think that's probably what the problem is. Because I don't feel like they're doing that on their end, but I feel like this is what you're doing here. And I don't know if you're consciously aware of this or not, but the more you dwell on the good times with this person, the more it causes you to want this connection in your life. But if you were to just sit back and focus on all of the negative, you're not going to want to be with this person. You're not going to want to be in this marriage anymore. You're not going to, you're not going to want to be in this situation anymore. You're just not going to want to, right? See, them on the other hand, they're more focused on the bad. All the bad that they went through within this relationship, and that's what's actually kind of motivating them, if you will, to like move forward and move on with their life and never look back, because they're not dwelling on the good times that they had with you like you're doing. So the more you sit here and dwell on the good times that you had with this person and how amazing your relationship was with this person when things were good, the more you're gonna want it in your life. The more you're gonna want it in your life, the more you're not gonna want to let this go. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look at your human. How does this person currently feel? I don't know why I'm getting this, though. With engagement and stay optimistic. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I guess we're about to find out. Because this whole leveling up, between two people, I don't see that happening in this relationship between you and this person. Of course, I mean, who knows? Maybe you and this person might decide to get back together. That's a possibility, but I still don't see the connection just yet. There's a reason why this is showing up. But anyways, how does this person currently feel? Yeah, all right. We have the King of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and then we also have the King of Pentacles. This feels like two people. This feels like two different people. So, wait a minute. Tell me more about the... All right, tell me more about the King of Swords. Okay, so that's you. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. Okay, now let's talk, okay? Now let's talk. Actually, before I open my mouth, I need to know why this person's in this Eight of Swords, so I know. All right, there you go. All right, so let's talk. Interesting. I feel like their intuition, and don't be mad at me for what I'm about to say, because I'm just the messenger, okay, Virgo? I feel like their intuition is telling them exactly where they need to be and who they need to be with, okay? So let's just throw that out there, okay? And I'm going to be honest. And you're probably going to be really upset with me for what I'm about to say, but I'm just the messenger, okay? I have to go based off of what I'm seeing here. I feel like this person is being divinely guided towards this King of Pentacles, okay? I do. Now, this King of Pentacles is somebody who's actively in their life, okay? This is not somebody who's going to show up a few months from now. Like, this King of Pentacles is somebody who's actively in this person's life, okay? Now, as far as they're responding and reacting towards this relationship, I don't feel like they're responding too well, I would say, to this King of Pentacles. And it's not because this King of Pentacles is doing anything, right? On their end or anything like that. I do feel like it has a lot to do with the experience that they had with you. So this person could very well have this fear that, I don't know, like, this King of Pentacles is going to turn around and hurt them like you did. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not trying to make you out to be the bad guy or anything like that. Let's not pretend that we don't have the Ten of Swords out here for you and for them, which is just basically implying that you cause them a lot of pain, but they also cause you a lot of pain. So nobody in this entire situation is totally, innocent. I don't believe anybody in this life is a saint, so I'm not judging you or anything like that. I just want to make that clear. But I feel like their biggest issue is, but what if? Like, what if this King of Pentacles is just like this King of Swords that I was dealing with? Like, then what am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like, that's their whole, MO here when it comes down to this situation that they currently find themselves in, okay? Like I said, this king that they're currently dealing with, they're not doing anything wrong. They're not giving them a reason to think, feel and or believe that, you know, they're like you, or they're gonna do the same thing I guess you did to them. This king though is very serious about them. I will say that. Like, this king is all in when it comes down to this person that you were once upon a time connecting with. But with the Eight of Wands, to the Strength cards, to the High Priestess coming out here, I gotta be honest, their intuition is telling them to gravitate towards this King of Pentacles and leave this entire situation behind. And there's a reason why this person's intuition is kind of telling them all of this. And it could very well be to avoid the two of you from breaking each other's hearts all over again, to be completely honest. There's actually a freaking perfect song for this. Reading, what is it? The line came to me and it left. I know it is by J. Cole. What is the name of the freaking song? I don't know. I guess it'll come to me, but the line, it just came to me and it left, like, real quick. But I know it's by J. Cole. But anyways, point is that that's what they're being divinely guided to do, and it could have a lot to do with the fact that, well, Spirit's trying to, like, prevent, you know, you from hurting them all over again, or prevent them from hurting you all over again. I feel like you guys hurt each other quite a bit. Let's be honest, okay? I feel like you hurt them quite a bit. I feel like they hurt you quite a bit. And I feel like Spirit's trying to prevent that from happening all over again, you guys, if I'm being completely honest, okay? What actions will Virgo take towards this person or moving forward? All right. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We got the Ace of Swords. And then we also have the Eight of Cups. You're listening. You're definitely listening. That's good. That's good. Because I feel like your guys are trying to tell you, like, yo, let this go. Like, let this go, let this go, let this go. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Just let this go. Like, I know what I'm talking about here. And I feel like you're listening. I feel like you're choosing to listen to what your guides are telling you to do in this entire situation, which is good. Which is really, really good. Tell me more about the Ace. Come on. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. All right, so we have the Page of Cups, we got the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Swords. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Devil, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm getting so many freaking songs for this reading. And it's like I can't even think of the actual, like, name of the freaking song is what's killing me. There will come a point in time where you might decide, right? Well, let me rewind real quick. There will come a point in time where you will come to knowledge about this King of Pentacles. Somehow, some way, don't ask me how. Maybe you guys have mutual friends, and that mutual friend is telling you, yo, by the way, you know, your past person is dealing with the King of Pentacles now. I don't know, right? But you might decide out of nowhere to tell this person, like, I'm really happy for, you know, your newfound relationship, or whatever the case may be. There's this Tory Lanez song, but I can't even think of the name right now. But it's like the mature thing to do, right? Is to, like, you know, tell this person, like, I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm happy that you found someone. But between you and I, and that's okay. Between you and I don't feel like you mean it. I don't feel like you're truly happy that this person has moved forward and moved on with their life. Nor do I feel like you're happy that this queen is currently connecting with this King of Pentacles. And I have to go based off of Virgo what it is that I'm seeing here. We do have the Devil to the Five of Swords out here. You know, this is like an overall energy of, like, yeah, I wish you nothing but the best, but deep down inside, I want nothing but the worst for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's coming from that place. And I get it. I completely understand, you know, because I get where you're coming from, because your whole thing is that I don't want to let this person go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? I know I have to, but I know I don't want to. You know what I mean? So the fact that this person this queen is moving on with their life and they're connecting with the King of Pentacles now, yeah, you're going to feel some type of way. And I understand why you would, you know. You don't really want to let this person go, but you know you got to, right? So you're doing like the mature thing. Like you're telling them like, you know, I really wish you nothing but the best and congratulations on your newfound relationship or whatever they got going on over here. It's kind of hard to tell what they got going on over here. I don't know what to call this relationship. Anyways, point is that doesn't matter. Point is that you are kind of coming from a place of like, yeah, wish you nothing but the best. But deep down inside, it's like you don't really mean it. You don't really mean it, and it's because you're not happy. You're not happy with the way things are playing out right now, and it's because the way things are playing out goes against what you truly want and desire, right? What you truly want and desire is to get back with this queen, but because that's not playing out that way, yeah, you feel some type of way. You definitely feel some type of way. I would feel some type of way if I was you too, so I don't blame you for feeling the way that you feel, you know? But you're listening. You're definitely listening. Now, we do have the Eight of Cups out here for you. And the Eight of Cups always goes to the Ten of Cups. So we have to look into this because I want to see what's going to end up happening next for you. But I do see you having some type of exchange here with this queen. Like, I don't know what you're telling them. I feel like it's something along the lines of like, I mean, you could be congratulating them, right, on their newfound relationship, or you could very well be telling them, like, I don't know, like, I wish you nothing but the best, or whatever the case may be. Or you could even be, because the Page of Cups, it can definitely indicate an apology. So you could be apologizing to this queen for whatever it is that you may have said and or did. But I'm going to be real with you because of the cards that you are getting, technically speaking. I can't say that you truly do mean, you know, what you're saying here to them because you have the Five of Swords and the Devil attached to you, you know, which is basically implying that you're not really meaning what it is that you're actually saying / communicating to them. And it is coming from a place of anger. It is coming from a place of like, oh, I can't believe that like this entire situation is not playing out the way that I want to, you know. But let's before we even look into this person a little bit more, I want to look at the Eight of Cups. For some of you, you could very well be starting a new job very, very soon because I am kind of getting that for some of you. You might be questioning if you have what it takes. I think that you do. I think that you really, really do, Virgo. All right, what else can you tell me? We have the Four of Swords, we have the Judgment card, and then we have the Six of Swords. Eventually, you'll move into a place of acceptance when it comes down to this entire situation here between you and this person. I feel like there's something you need to do. I feel like there's something that you need to do, though. Tell me more about the World. Let me see. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. We got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Okay, so I need to rewind back to like what you're doing here really quickly here because I feel like this plays a massive role in what you need to do because you're not closing this cycle out between you and this person successfully, okay? And I think I spoke about this in one of your readings, Virgo. So let's just say, and I'm using this as an example because I don't really know exactly what's being said here, but let's say that you're congratulating this person on this newfound relationship that they're currently in. It's not actually coming from the heart. It's not coming from the heart. Like by you saying like, you know, I'm really happy for you. I wish you nothing but the best. Like all of that sounds nice, but it's not coming from the heart. It really is not coming from the heart. And I feel like that's what you're being guided to do here is to honestly come from the heart here and honestly wish this person nothing but the best so good things could turn around and find you because that's how this works, right? Like if deep down inside you don't wish a person well, what's going to end up happening is that energy is going to turn around and find you. Do you get what I mean, right? And I feel like that's something that you need to be aware of when it comes down to this conversation that you're about to have with this person. I'll give you an example. So like there was this one guy that I was dealing with for like maybe 3 years. This man right here, man, really freaking put me through it, okay? Like really put me through it. And I did a lot of stuff back in return. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't, right? But I walked around with like this anger and this resentment for like, I want to say, how long? It was definitely a few years, right? And that affected me a lot in my relationships. And I always kind of wonder, like, why, right? And it had a lot to do with the fact that when I did apologize for everything that I did on my end, it wasn't coming from the heart. And I feel like God saw that. I feel like God knew that. So he allowed me to kind of carry this anger and this resentment for as long as I did, until I honestly found it in my heart to actually apologize, but actually come from the heart. So that way it wasn't affecting me anymore. So I get where you're going through. So that's why I'm telling you that when you do apologize to somebody for the things that you put them through, it has to come from the heart. Because at the end of the day, God's looking at your heart to see where your heart is at, right? And if he sees that it's not coming from a genuine, sincere place, what's going to end up happening is that this entire situation is going to follow you everywhere that you go, because that's exactly what happened to me until maybe a few years later, I'm just like, okay, I'm finally sorry. And then that's when I actually apologized. Because the first apology was like, psh, I'm just trying to be the mature person here and apologize, right? But when I actually meant it, I instantly felt myself feeling relieved, I would say, to the point where it wasn't even haunting me anymore, right? And I feel like that's what you need to do. Like when you do have this conversation with this person, this energy cannot be here. It cannot be here, Virgo, because what's gonna end up happening is that you're gonna attract this towards you. You're gonna attract negativity towards you, and that's what obviously Spirit wants to prevent from happening. Spirit doesn't want you to attract negativity towards yourself, and I feel like this is something that you need to do. So before you have this conversation with this person, make sure that you mean what you say. Make sure this apology is honestly coming, from the heart, okay? So that way this is not following you, right? Because when you don't really mean well, not when you don't really mean well, but when you tell a person, I wish you nothing but the best, but deep down inside, your heart really wants nothing but the worst here for this person, it's gonna find you. It's gonna find you. It's like the boomerang. Boomerang? Is that how you say it? Boomerang? You know what I mean? That freaking thing. It's like that. You throw it out and then it comes right back to you. So just be careful with that. Be careful with that. What else for Virgo? I'm kind of curious to see what else we're going to get here for you. Close it out successfully, and if you honestly feel, because you know yourself better than anybody in this life, if you honestly feel like it's not going to come from the heart, you're not going to mean it, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I don't care if it takes you 5 years from now, right, to honestly mean this apology, but I wouldn't apologize to this person if I honestly don't mean it, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you could apologize, but if you don't mean it, this thing is gonna follow you. It's gonna follow you, and that's what Spirit doesn't want to happen. So remember that you had the 8 of Cups, and I told you that the 8 of Cups always goes to the 10 of Cups. You're not closing this cycle out between you and this person successfully, and that's going to affect you moving forward, okay? And that's the same thing that happened to me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you from experience that it's weird, but the same thing happened to me many moons ago. So I'm telling you, it's because you're not closing this out successfully. You're not closing this out correctly, Virgo, and it's gonna haunt you. It's gonna haunt you unless you close this cycle out successfully. So like I said, don't just apologize to this person because it's the mature thing to do. Don't sit here and say you want, nothing but the best for this person when you truly don't mean it. You know what I mean? Because it's going to affect you moving forward, and that's what Spirit doesn't want to happen here. You know what I mean? You're going to have a very difficult time establishing and building a relationship elsewhere, but it's because of this situation, and it's because you didn't close it out correctly, Virgo. You need to close it out correctly. So if I were you, if it's going to take you, I don't know, a few weeks or a few months or even a few years, for you to fully mean, this apology or whatever the case may be, then wait until that day comes. You know what I mean? Don't say, that you're sorry if you don't truly mean it, which we did talk about this, actually. Now that I think about it, I think it was you, Virgo. If I'm not mistaken, I do think that it was you that I said this to. Now, this doesn't have to be you. This could be somebody that you were once upon a time dealing with. You know, that's a possibility. But what actions will this person take towards Virgo or moving forward? We have the Moon. We have the Two of Pentacles, as well as the Page of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Swords, and then we also have the Seven of Swords. The Knight of Swords, it speaks of receiving unexpected communication, which I do believe that this person is receiving communication here from you, Virgo. With the Page of Wands to Two of Pentacles to the Moon coming out here for this person, and the Seven of Swords, whatever it is that you're communicating to this person, Virgo, with the Moon to the Seven of Swords coming out here, how do I explain what they're experiencing on their end? They don't feel like it's coming from a genuine, sincere place, which we already spoke about that. I don't want to like sound like a broken record, but they're going to feel it. They're going to feel that it's not coming from a genuine and sincere place. Okay? Because to a certain degree, it's not. Right? Five of Swords to the Devil, it's not. You know what I mean? So, and keep in mind, Virgo, like, when you receive this communication here from this person out of nowhere, right, you might start to feel like, yeah, no, this doesn't feel like it's coming from a genuine, sincere place. Because to a certain degree, it's not. You know, there is some, in other words, with the cards that you got, there is some truth in what you're communicating to this person. Which, again, I'm just throwing out, like, you know, random things that are coming to my mind. But I'm not saying that that's exactly what you're going to communicate to this person. But point is, right, is that there is some truth in what you're saying here, but there's also a lot of lies attached to whatever it is that you're communicating to this person, and that's why Spirit wants you to close this out successfully. So before you even decide to even contact this person, it has to come from the heart. It has to, you know what I mean? It absolutely has to come from the heart, you know what I mean? And like I said, I was in your shoes once upon a time. It took me years to do this, you know what I mean? But once I did, like, I was like, oh, God, why didn't I do this sooner? You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I was in your shoes, so I know what you're going through, right? But I feel like once you close this out correctly, you're not gonna find yourself, you know, finding it hard and challenging to build a relationship elsewhere because you're being haunted, you know, by everything that you went through here with this person. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands. Just close it out successfully. We have the Moon, we have the Eight of Cups, and then we also have the Four of Wands. This connection that you're choosing to leave behind, it is gonna follow you. But it's because you're not closing this out successfully, Virgo. And this is just acting as a double confirmation of that. And you're going to sit there and wonder, like, why am I still being, like, haunted by this situation? I don't get it, you know? And it's because of what I'm telling you, dude. It's like, you're not closing this out successfully. You're not closing this out the way that you're supposed to. But I feel like once you do close this out the way that you're supposed to, that's when things are going to drastically change here for you. That's when things are going to start to get better. That's when you're going to find it extremely easy, right, for you to build and establish, you know, a relationship with someone. But up until that point, it kind of looks like you got to do this, dude. Like, you got to close this out the right way. You have to. Now, for those of you who choose to not close this out the right way, that's just you're going to find yourself just going through that. You're going to find yourself feeling still haunted and burdened by this connection, and you're going to find yourself wondering why, and it's because you didn't close this out correctly. So you're going to have to revisit this at some point. You're going to have to. Trust me, when I was in your shoes, the last thing that I want to do is speak to this human being. You know what I mean? That was the last thing that I wanted to do. But I'm just like, I can't keep living my life this way. Like, this thing keeps haunting me everywhere that I go. And it's like the moment that I did that, I was like, why didn't I do this sooner? Like, why couldn't I just have been honest and just came from the heart like many moons ago? Like, why did I have to wait so many years to do this? You know what I mean? But after that, things been a lot better, I would say. And that's just kind of what you're going to find yourself going through as well, you know? But yeah, that's what I have for you, Virgo. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. Also, too, for those of you who want to follow me on Instagram, the link is in the description box down below, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.